Welcome into the Brooks Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Megan.
What's up?
If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share if you want to stay up to date with everything. Hit our Discord. It is in our link in our description. And follow us on all social media at the Brooks Bench. But we have a lot to go over after week 10 is now in the books. So let's get into it. All right. So first off, we'll start with injuries. Some injury updates. Maddie Siegrist, she will be returning August 20th. Thank you. I've missed watching you play, Maddie. You've been doing very well since your injury. Glad Dallas is getting, fully healthy finally, right? Cheyenne Parker actually had a lower leg injury in Sunday's game. We do not know the severity yet. I heard it did not look too good though. So we will keep you updated once we hear more info on that. Ariel Powers also, I believe, re-aggravated her calf. No timetable to return, which is a bummer for Atlanta, but I mean, Atlanta's turning it around, which we'll be talking more about later in the video. For Connecticut, Tiffany Mitchell is out, I believe, with an illness. Timmy Fagbenley still out with her thumb. Ari McDonald, over the Olympic break, I didn't know she was dealing with an injury, but now she's dealing with a foot injury. No timetable to return. Clarendon has also been ruled out these last two games. And then Benijah Laney, her knee, basically, she has 2 more weeks. I think she's going to be reevaluated, and then hopefully she will be returning to New York. And lastly, Rebecca Allen, her hamstring. She will be reevaluated in the next couple of weeks. Bummer for Phoenix because Rebecca was doing very well and she missed out on her Olympic opportunity, which has been a bummer. Okay, over to the news. Now we have Monique Billings and Odyssey Sims both released by Dallas. This is because Satu came back. Maddie Siegrist is planning on coming back. And then Jaylen Brown also came back after the Olympic break. Crystal Dangerfield signed a 7-day contract with LA. Odyssey Sims signed a 7-day contract with LA. Both very good signings. Crystal Dangerfield's doing pretty well. And then you know what Odyssey Sims has done in Dallas. So good signings for LA. Celeste Taylor signed a 7-day contract with Connecticut. Jalen Sherrod signed a 7-day contract with New York. And then Monique Billings actually signed a 7-day contract with Phoenix. How do you think Monique Billings will do in Phoenix? You think that's a good signing for them?
I don't know, because I even going back on the Odyssey Sim ones, I think that it was a good signing. We know how well she did with Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
but some players just fit well in certain like with certain teams because
Mm-hmm.
of their style of play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Odyssey is gonna take a while to gel with LA.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching them play and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just she doesn't play like she plays with Dallas. Like she'll have to adjust. So I think that could be the same thing with Monique,
Okay.
you know.
I like it.
So
Go ahead.
no, yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see how she can gel with that team.
Mm-hmm. I think if you take it for, face value, Odyssey Sims is a good addition to LA because, without Aerie, without Clarendon, they're down, good guards. Same with Phoenix without Rebecca Allen. Monique Billings really showed out in Dallas. And Phoenix depth's not all there. So I like both signings, but you're right. I mean, it depends. The system, it's always come down to the system and the players that these players are, coming into. So it'll be interesting going forward.
Mhm.
And then lastly, Seattle Storm released Keanu Williams. Some news from the WNBPA. They announced its executive committee election results. So all these players I'm going to announce will serve alongside Nneka Ogwumike, who is the current president of the WNBPA, and then Kelsey Plum, the first vice president. So Elizabeth Williams was reelected as secretary, 4th term. She must be really good. My God, four terms. Brianna Turner elected treasurer. Alicia Clark, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier to serve as a vice president, which is crazy because what do you have, like first vice president and then like
Second, third, and fourth.
second, third, fourth junior vice president? It's just interesting. It's interesting to me. And then Satu Sabli, co-chair of a CBA committee. So those are just the updates for the WNBPA. A little bit more news from the Dearica Hamby, as many of us already know, sued the Aces and the WNBA. If you guys want to check out all of the allegations, I'll link the full video where I went over the allegations and the lawsuit itself. Now let's go into some record breakers that I've come across. Caitlin Clark set a new WNBA record for most assists in a season by a rookie. She's also the first rookie in WNBA history to tally 450 plus points and 200 plus assists in a season. And Clark logged her fourth 25th 24 point plus, okay, 25 plus points, 5 plus assists, and 5 plus rebounds this season. A new WNBA rookie record. They need to stop putting these pluses in these dang things. It makes it harder to say. But obviously, Caitlin Clark breaking records. I know we're going to talk more about it in the recap. But, I mean, I just think Caitlin Clark has just cemented herself as Rookie of the Year. She looks good. Not to take away from, like, what Angel Reese, even Rakia Jackson. I mean, all these rookies are doing very well, I think. But, you know, Clark's breaking these records. She's impacting her team. Indiana looks good. We'll talk more about it. But just wanted to add my 2 cents in that part. Jonquel Jones joins Tamika Catchings, Candace Parker, Brianna Stewart, Diana Taurasi, and Tina Thompson as the only players all time to reach at least 1,000 two-pointers made, 250 three-pointers made, 450 assists, and 250 blocks. Good job, Jonquel. Stephanie Dolson tied the WNBA record for most made threes without a miss, 6 for 6. Wow. We love a big girl that can shoot. Underrated. New York is the first team to clinch the WNBA playoffs. Let's just talk a minute about New York, Megan. New York, you guys look good. You guys, I mean, I think coming into the season, I guess you could say preseason, you would say Vegas was the favorites just because they won. But I think we all said last year, New York, another year together is dangerous because of the talent they have. And their bench has improved a lot. Their depth has improved a lot. I think Fibich is doing very good for New York. And I for some reason, I don't know why I like Niara Sabally a lot. And I think over time, she's going to be very good for New York. And Kayla Thornton stepped up, well with Benijah out. And they're missing Benijah while looking this good. So, I mean, New York, you're looking scary. What do you think, Meg?
Yeah, we knew that over time they were going to gel more and more. So we knew it was only coming. And they're a powerhouse. So they got a great coach. So Sabrina, I feel like, upped her game over the offseason.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's going to be a tough playoffs. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, but I feel like if you look at it, we say it's going to be a tough playoffs, but it's going to be a tough playoffs for everyone else except New York. Because I think New York, just from the last couple of games, New York has kind of just like everyone's here. The Connecticut's, Vegas, Seattle, they're all winning against each other. It's hard battles, and they're also losing to people down here. But New York, I mean, just blowing people out. New York makes it look a little easy, you know? They had a little slip up in the beginning. They did.
But I know everyone turns it up a notch when
that's true.
Hit. But yeah, I get what you're saying, though. They've definitely come back from the Olympic break just like they didn't skip a beat. So
I just feel like New York's momentum's going like this, while everyone, all the other teams are going like this. Like, you know, like, it's like, oh, they look good. They had a bad game. But New York kind of just like, okay, maybe a little bump. But it's like they're still kind of going their momentum upward. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. And that comes, it's hard to say, okay? As everyone knows, I'm not a New York hater, so don't even go there. But, rivalry. Anyways, Tina Charles has reached 3,000 career made field goals and is now number 2 in WNBA history. I feel like, every time I can give Tina Charles her flowers, I'm going to do it. No one talks about Tina Charles, and she's just having a great season with Atlanta. Like, I just feel like she's doing really well. She's rising in the leading scores. No one's talking about it in the history of WNBA, but it's fine. I'll give you your flowers, Tina, because you deserve them. And you were snubbed as an all-star. No. And lastly, the Sun vs. Sparks game on August 20th has officially sold out. That game will make history as the first WNBA game to be held at TD Garden. Awesome. Love it. Now let's get into the week 10 recap. So we're gonna go over some big wins of the week. Let's first start off with Atlanta defeating Seattle 83-81. This was a really good game. I almost choked on my food while we watched this game. Basically, what had happened at the end before I guess this is part of the recap. At the end of the game, so many seconds are left. Jewel Lloyd just hits his fadeaway off from 1 foot 3-pointer.
All in out of bounds 3. Yeah.
Yeah, to tie the game. And it was kind of like, what the heck did we just watch? Well, anyways, there's still 4 seconds left. That's enough time to score. And who? Tina Charles, baby. Just gave her flowers. Let me do it again. Tina Charles is a little fadeaway, little jumper over Nneka. Wins the game. And Atlanta just says, bye, Seattle. But I mean, hey, I just want to say to all Atlanta fans, you can thank me. If you have been a subscriber for long, you guys know if Brooke was here, she would tell you I am the master of jinx. If I say one thing, the opposite will happen. It's like no joke. No joke. I was hating on Atlanta. You guys, I'll own up to it. I was. Atlanta, you look good. I know you guys were missing Jordan and Ryan Howard, but let's be for real. Ryan wasn't this hot as she is now. Okay? So, congratulations, Atlanta. You look good. You look like what we thought you would be in the preseason when we were saying Atlanta was going to do good.
Yeah.
So, just want to give you your flowers and apologize. But I actually don't want to apologize. You should thank me because I jinxed it. So, like I said, anything I say. Now that I said that to Atlanta, I'm sorry. You probably lost the next game. Who do you play? Megan? Bring up who Atlanta plays next while I do this. So Atlanta defeats Seattle 83-81, led by Ryan Howard, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Alicia Gray, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And Skylar Diggins-Smith led Seattle, 29 points, 5 assists. Skylar has been looking really good coming off Olympic break. A lot of players have been looking really good coming off Olympic break. It's like what rest can do people well. Indiana defeats Phoenix 98-89. And let me tell you, another case of the Olympic break did for Caitlin Clark. Woo! Caitlin Clark looks fresh. She is hooping. She looks comfortable. Man, there's this one highlight, and I wish I can find it. And I swear she was mixing up Kalia Copper. It was one play. I don't know. It was just that one play I saw. I didn't get to watch the full game, but I was like, okay, Caitlin, that break did you well. Kelsey Mitchell's also cooking. Let's not forget about Kelsey Mitchell because I feel like she goes under the radar, but she's contributing a lot to these wins, and it's looking good. Caitlin Clark led Indiana 29 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And Kalia Copper led Phoenix 32 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Now, they did say Indiana has one of the easiest remaining schedules for the rest of the regular season. We already said they're going to make playoffs. You still stand by that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And after we've seen these last couple of games, I know we all agreed that they would upset whoever they play in round 1 of playoffs. Do you think they could beat the second team they face in the playoffs?
I think it just depends on the matchup. But they're looking good.
Fine, I think they can.
It looks like they are looking good.
Yeah, they are. Because they just beat Phoenix. Middle of the pack right now in standings, but still. Let's go over to New York defeats Las Vegas 79-67. Let's just really talk about it. I did not get to watch this game. We were at a Valkyrie event, the Golden State Valkyrie event. So we had to check that out. But from what I saw and what I heard and what I read, Vegas, and I feel like it's the same story we've been talking about. Vegas' depth really is not there. Now I have a British accent. It's not there. And I feel like it has to do with not giving our bench enough minutes. 30 games ago, okay, not 30, but 25, 24 games ago. And now I was listening in this game that they're playing against LA since we are recording on Sunday. That Becky's like, yeah, I'm going to go to my bench more often. Well, 25 games too late, in my opinion, but hey, I'm here. It's a struggle, and also it's more like Ace is not giving Asia the ball enough. We always complain about that. When they get panicked, it's more people dribbling the ball instead of passing the ball to Asia. We all know that story. What were you going to say, Meg?
I was gonna say, Becky saw Megan perform in the Olympics and was like, "Why am I not playing her?"
And we've been saying, play Megan Gustin. Try and find a way to get her comfortable in your system before playoff starts. Too late now. Anyways, we lost to New York. We already gave New York their flowers. We've been saying how New York looks good. Sabrina Ionescu, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Brianna Stewart, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Jonquel Jones, 10 points, 7 rebounds. 17 rebounds. That is also our kryptonite, Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones is our kryptonite. If Jonquel does good, we are going to lose. If we lock down Jonquel, we have a chance. It happened in the playoffs. Did it not? When Jonquel was hitting, I was scared. Jonquel is our kryptonite. Asia Wilson led Las Vegas, 24 points, 11 rebounds. And I mean, a good thing it's just a regular season. Maybe we'll figure out the next time we play New York, because depending on how the seedings work, we might have to face New York before we even get to the semis. No, it's going to be a long journey.
And Jackie's come back not hitting. I don't know. She's still over in Paris, I guess.
Still living it up in Paris. We'll see. But I think she's doing a little bit better today against LA. Atlanta defeats Connecticut 82-70. Another good win for Atlanta under their belt. Tina Charles, 22 points, 15 rebounds. Jordan Canada, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. And Alyssa Thomas led Connecticut, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Now, I don't know. It has to do with Connecticut's lineup change, with adding Marina Mabrey, taking out Ty Harris, putting DeJounte back in. They're going to have to figure out that rotation of what works better. Is Ty Harris going to be in that starting lineup? Is DeJounte going to be in that starting lineup? The Ty Harris lineup did win last game. They did play a worse team. But I don't know. What do you think is going to happen there?
I think they have to play DeJounte. They have to start her because she's just their defensive person. She also brings a lot of energy. So I think they would start with her and just bring Ty off the bench. I think that even in this game they lost, but she did play well off the bench. So
I'd still like the Marina Mabrey pickup.
I think they just need a gel.
They need a gel now. They have 15, 14 games, whatever we're at, to get it together. But Marina Mabrey, I mean, she picked it up defensively over the this season. She has a good eye, and she can shoot the 3. That's what they needed. That is what they needed. They went out, they signed the right player. Like Megan said, they have to gel. Is Atlanta now a contender for playoffs, Megan?
Yeah, I mean, to come off from the Olympics winning their first 2 games, I mean, yeah, they can keep it up for sure. I think they can catch the sky, easily. So we'll see how it plays out. But I'm concerned about Dallas. I thought they would come back,
It was rough. But, yeah, the Dallas thing was rough. I feel like it's back to getting back together. Does that make sense? I just made that sentence up.
Yeah, they just don't have time though.
I know. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I know Maddie Seeger's coming back will help, but if this team is healthy next year, plus an addition of a good draft pick, because they're not making playoffs. I mean, it's gonna be very hard now. They're gonna be a very good team. They're gonna be a contending team. So excited for next year for them. And now that I said that, Dallas, welcome to playoff. No, it's like, okay. Indiana defeats Seattle 92-71. Indiana gets their second win against a top 5. Yeah, they're top 5 opponents. I don't know why I said top 5. Like Phoenix is top 5. They're not. They're middle of the pack. They're definitely top 6. But anyways, still, they're in playoffs. as of now. Kelsey Mitchell led Indiana 27 points, 3 assists. Caitlin Clark, 23 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. I'll add this in here. Lexi Hull, 22 points. She was like 6 for 7.
Yep, from the 3.
Wow. You're not going to lose games playing like that. You're only going to win them. I feel like in that fourth quarter, Indiana couldn't freaking miss. Yeah. They were just they're just cashing all these threes. Indiana, man. You're scaring me a little bit. I hope we don't have to play you. That's crazy. Jewel Lloyd led Seattle 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. We talked about it. We have the standings. Let me bring up the standings, and I'm going to ask you if Indiana will upset these teams in the playoffs. Ready? Okay, so usually it goes right. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it ends today, dang, this is a tough draw. Does Indiana upset Connecticut?
Well,
wait.
So that's gonna be a no for me. But
dang! Okay.
But I don't see Indiana staying at 7.
Okay, you think they're gonna pass Phoenix?
Easily fighting for the 5th seed, in my opinion. That's how high I think they could end the season at. Ooh. And that will change playoffs.
And they have the easiest schedules coming out. Vegas has one of the hardest schedules coming out. I don't know about Seattle's.
Losing, so
wow. So you think they're going to be a 5th seed in playoffs?
I think potentially they could be a 5th seed if they keep playing the way they're playing and with the schedule they have. You heard it here first.
I think they'll be the 6th seed.
But that'll still give them better odds than the 2nd. But it's going to be
tough. Have to play Minnesota.
It's going to either one.
I think the top 3 are going to stay the same. I think it'll be New York, Connecticut, Minnesota. They'll probably stay 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So you think Indiana could?
Is that how it goes? Though? It goes 1 seed, 8 seed.
Look, I'm just making things up. Let's just hypothetical. We're just hypotheticaling it. Look, I just made up another word. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give you. Okay, what about Minnesota? Are they upsetting Minnesota? Okay, so you have not provided me a team.
You know what? If I had to choose between Minnesota and Connecticut, I could see them upsetting Connecticut over Minnesota.
Okay, I would agree with you there. I still don't. Okay, I think they can upset anyone 4 below. Would you agree with that? Vegas, Seattle, Phoenix. Well, they will never play the AC though.
Yeah.
That's scary. Look at Indiana. I just want to say it takes years to build your team up to where Indiana is at now. And they're finally doing it. Even though I saw something that said Kelsey Mitchell is leaving Indiana next year, which would be a setback for them, I think. Yeah. Especially how well she's playing right now. That would be a setback. All right. Well, like I said, we are recording during the Aces versus Sparks game, and Chicago and Phoenix have yet to play. We all know the LA Sparks are our kryptonite, or the Vegas kryptonite. So hopefully there's not an upset there. Chicago and Phoenix could be interesting. I'm concerned what's happening with the Kennedy Carter situation. What do you think's happening over there? Are we thinking Bannum took the starting spot from her?
I don't think that's a long-term thing. I don't know what it is. Yeah. But no, I think she will work her way back into the starting lineup.
Yeah, I think they're going to need her. You think? When you're leading scorers on that team.
All right.
But okay, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all your guys' support. Like we always say, we have a weekly recap of all of the top scorers, all of the upsets, updates on news, injuries, everything like that every single Monday. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Links are in our description for any of our social media and Discord. We just appreciate all the support we've gotten from you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back next week. Peace.